Good morning. I will be heading to my chemistry lecture for today.
Well, the terminology we used was say, oh, what's the molarity of the solution, right?
Hi, I am here to refilm my Get to Know Me introductory video. My name is Shania Amanika Gregory. I am in my 20s and I live in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I have also been a signed model for 5 years. My first 2 years were very busy. This is the 4th time I'm refilming this, so this is great. But the 3 years following have been kind of slow. I believe Canada doesn't have as much of a fashion world as Europe or the States, so New York. But we do definitely have a fashion world here. It's just typical that a model will have a good year or two and then kind of fall off the wagon. So the goal is generally to expand and sign internationally. And I did manage to do that, but at the worst time possible. I signed in Italy in the midst of the lockdown. So because of the pandemic, I wasn't actually able to fly overseas. I was also on hold to walk for Gucci and Prada, which made it even more devastating because I couldn't fly out to be seen by the casting directors. So when you are on hold for something like that, you have to go in and they have to see you, and then you have to walk for them, and then they have to decide whether or not they think you're a good fit to walk the show. I wasn't able to do that, so I didn't end up walking the show, which was devastating. And shortly after I lost my contract, I didn't really get a reason for why I did not go forward with the contract in Italy, but I just assumed it's because I couldn't fly out to Italy, so it made no sense to be signed with the agency if I couldn't go and see the agents. And then very shortly after that, my agency at the time closed down. So I was lucky because a lot of other agencies were interested in signing me here in Toronto. I switched over to one agency and it was not a good fit for me, so then I switched to another, and I still have connections with this agency that I switched to. I'm not booked and busy here in Canada. I'm getting an HBA in humanities, and then I'll be moving on to getting a master's in art conservation. So I do have a plan for the future that I am still very excited about, and I still do have connections to the modeling world. So I'm still testing my luck when and where I can. It's just not my main priority because I don't really have the resources at this time. A great substitute for me recently has been starting this YouTube channel. I've found kind of a new passion with filming myself and being seen for who I naturally am in my day-to-day life. Modeling is great for being perceived in ways that a photographer and a videographer wants you to seem. It's like an art form, which is really beautiful. But with YouTube, it's a lot more personal and it's a lot more relaxed. And so I feel really happy that I can show who I am, apart from the makeup and the theatrics. I'm also going to let you know that I'm not going to be doing daily vlogs moving forward. Spacing my videos out a little bit more is the way to go for me at this time. I have one little problem, and that issue is that I do not have a wine bottle opener. Gonna have to try to figure out how to get this open.